Now I will paint you a scene you are very familiar with. You look at your phone, the screen is off, no notifications. You turn on the screen, still no change. Then you press the lock button to turn off the screen, and before 30 seconds pass, you do the same thing again, pressing the lock button, and your brain slowly starts to say, why didn't they call? Did something happen? Did I say something wrong? The strange thing is this. It's just a phone, but what you feel is real physical discomfort. Today, I will tell you this. Why does our brain perceive it as a social threat, not just simple silence when someone doesn't call us? This is not your emotional weakness. This is your brain's attachment system. The human brain did not evolve to survive alone, by itself. Being excluded equals danger. It spent thousands of years learning that being alone is a risk of death, and if you form a bond, it equals being safe. If the bond breaks, it equals not being safe. So, when someone doesn't call you, the brain doesn't ask, are they busy? The brain asks, is the connection being cut? Now let's get to the chemistry part. When someone calls you, texts you, remembers you, dopamine is released in the brain. But this dopamine is not the happiness dopamine, it's the social approval dopamine. So the brain sees, I am valuable, the connection continues. Here's where the problem starts. When this dopamine drops, the brain feels a void and immediately fills it with a story. Doesn't care, I'm worthless, moving away from me. The brain doesn't like uncertainty, and when someone doesn't call you, there is no clear information. But the brain does not like emptiness and wants information. That's why this circuit works. Rejection simulation. Research shows this. The feeling of social rejection and physical pain activate the same areas in the brain. So the heart feels tight, there's an emptiness in the stomach, unease. It's truly not an exaggeration. The brain experiences this as a real threat, and the activation of a region called the anterior cingulate cortex causes you to feel pain. A cycle forms here. An expectation arises, it is not met, dopamine drops, the brain perceives a threat, and obsession begins. And here's the interesting part. The brain cannot stop negative thinking because its goal is not to make you happy, its goal is to keep you connected. So, obsession is actually this. The brain keeping you mentally alert to not break the bond. People get upset with themselves in this situation. Why am I so fixated? Why can't I be indifferent? But that's the wrong question. The right question is this. Why does my brain perceive this as a threat? Because you are not weak, you are not overly emotional either. Your brain is sensitive to social bonds. This is not a flaw, this is a survival software. There are 3 scientific ways to calm the brain. 1. Name the uncertainty. Tell yourself this. This is not a rejection, it's uncertainty. The brain calms down with clear words. 2. Do not tie dopamine to a single source. Do not derive your entire sense of worth from one person. The brain desires alternative rewards. So, try to release happiness dopamine when other people call you. 3. Don't take silence personally. Someone's silence doesn't have to be about your work. The brain finds it hard to distinguish this, but you can. Remember, getting hung up when someone doesn't call you is not a weakness. It's your brain seeing attachment as survival, and don't attach to anyone more than yourself, more than your own brain.